Creating a paperback or ebook in Scrivener 3 for Windows can be as easy or as complicated as you want. But there are some basics you need to know first. This isn't a step-by-step. I have other videos on that. This is more about processes in general and limitations. Let's tackle paperbacks first. Scrivener only has 2 standard paperback templates. It is fairly easy to create whichever size book you want, but you will have to create a new compile template to do that. An important fact to note is that Scrivener will not create a print-ready paperback for you. You will always have to do some formatting in your software of choice. For most of us, that will be Microsoft Word. If you're creating a simple novel in terms of formatting, this won't be too onerous. If you're creating something more complex, say a non-fiction book, this could be quite complex. In order to tackle specific formatting, you can either do some of that in Scrivener by creating custom compile templates, where you can specify title fonts and sizes, line spacing, margins, etc. Or you can just use Scrivener's basic compile template and tackle all the formatting in Microsoft Word. No matter which way you do this, though, you won't get an automatic table of contents. Once the file is compiled into Word, if you've just used standard formatting on the editing page, you will find that everything comes across correctly formatted, but it is all set as normal style. So you will have to create your own styles in Microsoft Word and apply them to the text for the things you want to change globally. Section breaks are implemented, but you need to be careful if you want to delete any of these, because you can end up with formatting you don't want. And finally, your template title page is unlikely to be properly aligned, because the format page in Scrivener cannot possibly be correctly designed for all template sizes. This might sound quite negative, but in reality, if you're prepared to spend the time creating your own compile templates in Scrivener, which you can save across all projects, you could save yourself quite a bit of time and formatting. Now, let's think about eBooks. There is only one eBook template for regular book creation. The formatting for eBooks is more restricted. For the most part, you will be using standard template elements in compile, especially for a standard novel. You'll notice the section layouts are different to paperbacks to take account of eBook requirements. The most important thing to note about eBooks is that you cannot change the font. That's a function meant for the reader on their device. You can use bold, although this doesn't show up well on all devices. Italics is usually better. You can change the size of the text within limits to a maximum of 16 point. There are 3 compile formats for eBooks: EPUB2 and EPUB3, plus Mobi. Mobi, which is Amazon's format, is no longer used for upload, so this ability to create a Mobi is just for your own viewing of your file for editing purposes. You have to download the previewer from Amazon to do this. That has some quirks. Most retailers or distributors accept EPUB3, but some distributors may downgrade to EPUB2 for specific outlets. This is where bold text might be an issue, so you probably need to look at your file in EPUB2, especially if you're creating non-fiction. If you want to learn how to customize your compile templates, this is a good video to get you started.